Good evening, friends, followers, and channel members. Happy Sunday night, I-95 night, as we do our iconic journeys, episodes number 17. I think this is episode number 17. Obviously not here last week, but here we are again. If anyone wishes to join us, we are of course on multiplayer, and this is the North Europe server, currently at the Treasure Coast International Airport. I've also just realised as well that the overhead banner isn't working. Give us a second, we'll sort that out. So good evening everyone who's already on board. Evening Aviator Moo, Nick, Frank, good to see you, Spitfire, Abagang, hello, Dark Fury, Mark, and Jayhog as well. I've just been catching up with the VIP Discord channel. making me chuckle. So, do you know what? I can't actually remember what the ICO code is for this place. Give us a second. What is it? It's Kilo Fox Papa Romeo, isn't it? Kilo Fox Papa Romeo. And we're going to continue heading down the I-95, heading towards Miami. So hopefully the overhead has now updated. Good evening, Arthur and Barry. Good evening to you as well. So let's have a look then at Google Maps, see what's happening. Mark and Nancy Brown. Steve Stars, hello. Right, so here we are. We are at the Treasure Coast International Airport and Business Park, as you can see just here. Let me just get rid of the banner, the text as well. Clear that out of the way. So the I-95, as you can see, is actually quite a way over here, isn't it? I like that, the Roadrunner Travel Resort. You can't say Roadrunner without thinking of beep beep. So best way for us to track back to the I-95, I think, we're going to take off. What we'll do is we'll fly over the coast, and then we'll come down here, and then what we'll look is for the little river inlets, the canal or creek, whatever they call it. And from here over the Harbour of Seafood Bar, Grill and Sushi, the Harbour Cove. We'll take this back in, and this will then link us up quite nicely with the I-95. That is the plan. Anyway, so let's get that out of the way. We all know what we're doing. Let's jump on board. And remember, this is purely about fun tonight. On a Sunday night, we do away with all the rules. We grab a drink, we enjoy ourselves, and enjoy the beautiful scenery that Microsoft Flight Simulator has indeed to offer. Now, Dark Fury has hopefully fixed our aircraft, as a couple of weeks ago when we did this, we had a nice purple, pinkish propeller. So let's start the engines up, see what happens. Oh yes, that's much better. I'm not being hypnotized anymore now. What the hell is that? Is that the... well, that's the control tower. Fair enough. Seems very tall for an airport of this size. Mind you, everything in America has to be big, doesn't it? Alive Spect on Twitch. Good evening. VFR flights are very satisfying for yourself. Yeah, I'm with you on that in terms of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's just amazing, isn't it? What these guys do with regards to the visuals. Right, let's release the parking brake. We'll spin her around. In fact, we'll just have a quick look outside, just make sure we know where we're going to spin her around to. So we could take off on the taxiway, Harrison Ford style, or we could actually taxi out to the runway and then depart. Go on, we will do something sort of semi-properly. Let's release the parking brake and get moving, shall we? Hey, Digital, good to see you, my friend. Watching in the background for the moment, no problem. We're just going to shred the ground crew to bits. There we go. Where is... Did I have a taxiway over here? I thought I saw a taxiway over here. If not, we're just going to cut the grass for a minute. Yeah, okay, let's do it. I thought we could get... Let's just cut the grass. That's the beauty of Sunday nights. We don't care. It's the perfect way to end the week, just with a relaxing, chilled night with friends. Dark Fury, you're not seeing anyone anymore. That sounds like a server issue, if ever I heard one. So we're going to take off and we're going to fly eastbound towards the coast. What runway is this? Find out in a second. I want to take off eastbound. I could just take off here, couldn't I? Let's get her on the runway and get airborne, shall we? So I hope everyone has had a great week. Thank you for dropping in. Stick with us for the next hour or so as we enjoy the sights and sounds of Florida. Oh, wow, a little bit windy. You can see the windsock actually giving us confirmation of that. Very crosswindy. Let's lift her up, kick the rudder back. There we are. And let's get airborne up to about 1,800, 2,000 feet as normal. set the trim, and then we'll enjoy some outside views. Christian, good evening to you. How's the house move going? Apartment move, whichever it is. I really do not envy you. You know, the day I next have to move house, probably to somewhere bigger as our children keep growing, I'm dreading that day. I really am. It's also the day you find out just how much rubbish you have accumulated over time. Right, eastbound. Head for the coast. See, the moon is up as well. So there is our coastline that we're going to follow down, and then we can, in fact I can already see the creek that we're going to follow back, but we'll go over the coast. A little bit of coastal flying. Christian, you hate moving, and you also hate stairs, as you found out today. Yes, I can absolutely imagine. Right, here we go then. Must admit, now I've just mentioned that Harbour Grill, or whatever it was, and Sushi Bar, I'm a little bit hungry. I've had my dinner tonight as well. Shouldn't be hungry. But, mouth-watering. Any restaurant that has the word grill in it has me watering. I'm a complete meat lover. Probably very bad for the environment. Right, here we go. So we're going to take it right here. We're going to follow this this waterway. Oh, it's little details like this in the baseball parks. Those baseball parks, the Open Space Park, I believe it's called, with the Lincoln Park Community Centre, just at the base of it all. So Ace Stream, you're flying along, but once again you can't see anyone other on the YouTube stream. Nevertheless, you're with us all in spirit. Well, if I have a quick look behind us, let's see if we've got anyone there. Oh, yeah, I can see a few of us. Remember to be on the North Europe server. Right, let's just get in and trim our aircraft, and then we can concentrate on where we're going rather than what altitude we're flying at. There we go. That looks good, and we'll keep an eye on that as well. Live weather as well, live weather and live time. Of course, these streams now getting brighter and brighter as we head into the summer months in the northern hemisphere. Bubashe, hey, good night to you. I hope you're well. Right, there's the I-95. We can see it. I can see it right there. Lots of farmland as I'm looking at Google Maps. And it meets up with the St. Lucie County Rest Area, which is what we can see just here. We've also got Brad's Bedding Plants. That's what this is down here. If anyone wants any, if anyone's got green fingers, that's the place to go. Look at the quality of the textures here. This looks fantastic. Look at that. Absolutely stunning on these farmlands. Right, there's the I-95. So let's make a left and continue our long journey. I can't recall how long the I-95 is. I think it says in the video description. But well, this is episode 17. This is the 17th week we've done this, not consecutive, of course, but we've been going at it for a while now. Elliot, hello! How's the flight going? We've literally only just taken off, my friend, and once again we're admiring the beautiful scenery that we've got. I was trying to work out what this was over here. I can't actually tell. Yellow Aviation, you want to see the cockpit again? I can just jump in very quickly for you. There you go. That's the flight deck. flight deck cockpit. It's not an A320. Beautiful stuff. A big building there. What's that? Oh, it looks like it could be just a big business park, I think. Oh, there's a Walmart Supercenter down there. That's the first of the bingo that we quite often play. We're looking for McDonald's, golf courses, churches. Christian, it's 3,071 kilometres. Kilometres? Don't speak rubbish. What's a kilometre? Miles, man. Miles. Elliot, the scenery's looking great indeed. Hey, Brian, hope you're well. So, yeah, here's a major Walmart distribution centre that you can see down there. And I'm pretty certain we're going to catch up with several golf courses en route here in Florida. Tropicana Products, is that the drinks company? Over here, apparently. Brian says, Digital, welcome back to the online world. Missed you. We've not seen you for a while, actually. Digital, have you been busy or away? Nick, no churches, P. We've kind of had our fill of churches, I think. Where are these clouds coming from? Go away. Christian, 1,909 miles. Now you're talking my language. Kilometers. Don't be so metric. Yanlio, absolutely not. No. Have you seen my streams? Now, there is apparently the Glades Cutoff Road slicing through here. That is this thing here. Now, not being a US native, you hear things about the Everglades and whatnot. To be honest, what I know about Florida is purely gained on watching things like CSI Miami. So, basically not very much. And that was a long time ago. But I do know that there's the Florida Everglades. So, I don't know if that's something similar. Elliot, you're very welcome for the McDo flight plan tutorial. Hope you found that of some use to you. So just get back on track. I can feel it's a little bit windy today. We're crabbing nicely along. But once again, high up here in Florida, you can see beautiful textures. And they all look quite detailed, quite far out as well, which is really nice. We don't always get that, of course, depending on the satellite quality. So there's the Legacy Golf and Tennis Club down here. And I think I said this last time. Imagine living in one of these houses just backed onto a nice little lake. I mean, that must be quite expensive. I don't know how much it would actually cost to live there, but if it's anything like the UK, incredibly expensive. Yanler Aviation, not with my eyesight, I'm afraid. Louis Martin, try liking stairs with one leg. Oh wow, funny enough, you love them. And hello, love the tutorials. You're very welcome. Glad you like them. So, just as we're going along now, just checking. I think we're getting a bit too high. Yeah, we're losing some details. Let's get back down. Look how straight the I-95 is. You can see. In fact, is that the I-95? I don't think that is, to be honest with you. Let's just get back down, then I can trim her back out. Christian, you've got yourself some licorice that says if you eat too much of it, it can cause diarrhea. The funny thing about this is that the licorice is called Storm Warning. Oh, the irony. Yeah, so I think that's actually a railway line I was referring to. Oh, is it power lines, actually? It looks like power lines. Obviously, they go in a straight road. We can actually just see them as well. Look at that. So we're just coming around here, and we've got a PetSmart, a TJ Maxx, Target, whatever that is. Not heard of that one here in the UK. And Kaiser University. Again, that looks like the smallest building ever in front of us. Oh, Christian, I believe that's every child's favourite emoji. I was about to say, but I will just double check, because I apparently do have a history of getting the Atlantic in the wrong place. Long-time viewers of the channel will be aware. Yeah, so it is the Atlantic that you can obviously see out there. I didn't know if it was the Atlantic, or whether, because we've had quite a lot of... oh, good lord, what's that? Is that a Lufthansa 747? Well, that's something you don't see every day. Okay, who's flying as a Lufthansa 747? And I use the term flying in its most weakest sense. Jonathan, you're catching the stream live today. Fantastic. Louis, what's with all the water? Well, I think that's a Florida thing, mate. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I think that's a Florida thing. Now, we've got the Westland Funding Group just in this corner. No idea what that is. And then we've got another way station coming up. The Fox Club Florida as well is just down here. Look how... Do you know what? I ignore all the buildings and everything. For me, the textures of the grasslands here and the fields is probably some of the best I've seen. Have these guys literally got golf courses in their back garden? I mean, they have, haven't they? They've got golf courses in their back garden. Imagine sat there having a barbecue and suddenly a stray ball comes and lands in the food. Elliot, a normal 320 flaps to retract when braking on the taxiway. No. Not unless you are doing it yourself. If you mean automatically, absolutely not. Christian, fun fact, I wanted to add the poop emoji on the EasyJet Simpala livery on the bottom when you first created it. Don't know why. Danny D, the Lufthansa just crashed. Oh, R.I.P. iDoc Joe, is this vanilla or is it using Google Maps? This is vanilla. This is Bing. Yeah. No modding of any sort with regards to the ground textures. So, this is where we just dissect the Southwest Martin Highway. And just for a while now, we have a bit of greenery. I'd love to know what these are. I would imagine that they are sort of greenhouses, aren't they, for growing fruits, vegetables, etc. Volks, is there a real ops flight tomorrow? We do try and get one in occasionally on a Monday afternoon if time permits, so just stay tuned to the Discord and obviously make sure you have your notifications turned on. If there is, you'll be the first to hear it. iDoc Joe says this looks surprisingly good for some reason. I wouldn't say surprisingly good. I mean, I think most of what Azobo has done looks very, very good. Or at least I'm I'm usually over the moon with what they've done. But I come from Flight Simulator 95. So you can see why I'm easily impressed. J-Hog, you had a SimSmart tech support guy there at yours this morning for coffee to keep him awake. Yo, he's been a busy boy. Gandhi, good evening to you, mate. How you doing? It's not been bad. I mean, at the moment, we're now in the school holidays here in the UK for Easter, so life is going to be hard for the next 2 weeks. Idog Joe, you say it's surprising to you because usually when you're flying Microsoft Flight Simulator it doesn't look this good in VFR and you're on the highest settings. It could potentially be whereabouts you're flying in the world as well. Remember, different places in the world have different levels of satellite imagery. So, hop in on the server and fly with us, see what it looks like. GD, you just can't get photogrammetry to work no matter what you do, you get stutters. It needs someone better than me to help you with that. Now, what could... Do you know what? I'm looking down here. Can you see these shadows? Aliens? That's really cool to see, isn't it? The shadows of... other aircraft down below. We also do have real-time traffic on, as well as obviously multiplayer. So we may see some big jets knocking around. I don't know, you're more than welcome. Anyone can join us. We're on the North Europe server if anyone wants to hop in. Now, the St. Lucie River, we can see wielding its way through ahead of us at the moment. Gandhi, you work in a restaurant, so very much understand the craziness of the kids' holidays. Much needed business, though, after the COVID days. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the hospitality industry, it's just decimated, isn't it? Hats off to all you guys over the last couple of years, pulling through, hopefully, and surviving. We've got the Florida Turnpike here as well. Funny story. The Florida Turnpike, I had no idea what a turnpike was. And the first time I heard that expression, I was probably around 11 or 12 years old. Like, turnpike? What the hell is that? And I'll tell you why and where I came across it. Has anyone seen the film The Flight of the Navigator? The turnpike would have been faster. I'll just leave that there. See if I'm on my own in the chat. Jonathan, there's some interesting properties on the left. There's quite a few interesting properties all the way around, and I don't know, it's the wonderful thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator. It kind of makes you want to go and visit these places in real life and think, wow, it actually is like this. Big Red One, hi from Sika Cruz, New York. Pretty certain I pronounced that wrong, by the way. Mash, is anyone else having Microsoft Flight Simulator completely freeze either on the loading screen or on play? It doesn't crash the desktop and doesn't record a log file, it just hangs until you reset the PC. I had the world's longest, or what felt like the world's longest, sim freeze the other day, coming into Gatwick, and then it crashed anyway. But it must have been a minute. We sat there for a minute and nothing happened. We waited for the crash to desktop and it just didn't happen. South Fork High School passing by beneath us, and again, texture quality. It's awesome. Mark Classic, Dark Fury Classic, yeah. Oh, Naked HD, how you doing, my friend? Welcome back to the channel. We know what you do on a weekend. Christian, you've never watched it? Really? Maybe it's not primetime German viewing. Jonathan, Hopping island to island in the Caribbean is quite addictive. Learning some details about each island and seeing the many small commercial aircraft around on real traffic is cool. I'd never thought of that. I think live traffic is getting better and better, isn't it, since the Sims release? Definitely. Tell you what, just this picture right here that you're seeing, looks like one of the most realistic pictures I have seen in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The detailing of the foliage down below, the roads, the trees. That is just stunning. I never thought I'd be so impressed looking at fields. Christian, it was called The Flight of the Navigator. I have no idea what that would translate to in German. Flight of the Navigator. But it is. It's a classic film. Also, going back and revisiting that film, it had a few people who then went on to bigger and better things. Who's the name of the actress that played in Sex and the City? The lead role. I've forgotten her name now. But yeah, she was in it. So, we've now got the I-95. We've got a strange thing going on here. We've got the I-95 here, and then next to it is the Florida Turnpike, which is a toll road. So what I'm guessing is that you obviously have to pay to go on this one, but you would experience less traffic. Is that the idea? Irgendwie des Fluss der Navigator. Maybe. Jonathan, does anyone know, is it cotton that's growing down there? Oh, I have no idea. Sarah Jessica Parker, thank you, Christian. Yeah, she was in it. So if you do find a German film with a sort of similar translation and she's in it, that's the one. Oh, you've just opened it on Google. Fair dues. Right, so we're slowly coming back up to the land of civilization. Christian, if you've not seen the film before, mate, grab yourself a beer and some snacks, kick back on a Sunday night, enjoy it after the stream. It's that old. You must be able to download it now for a few pounds. Oh, finally, there's a McDonald's coming up. Christian, you've never seen this movie, maybe you're not old enough for that. How old are you, Christian? Don't know why. I've kind of got everyone's age in my mind after the last 18 months of us growing this channel and community together. I'm probably absolutely miles off. When did it come out? I'm going to guess something like 1988. Something like that. Elliot, do you know what the latest version of the fly-by-wire experimental is? I'm afraid I don't. I am loving these little tufts of clouds that we've got every so often. Oh, Christian, you're not too old for Flight of the Navigator at 35. You're only a couple of years younger than me. That said, my wife's 6 years younger than me, and at times when we're discussing stuff, I feel like there's a generation gap. She missed out on so much. Dark Fury was 86 when it came out. Fair enough. Right, the Sonoma Isles by Devosta Homes. These must be some sort of luxury houses, I'm guessing. Calvin, there you go. He says, Calvin says The Flight of the Navigator, it's a fabulous film. Yeah. GD, Christian's still a baby to some of us. And Christian, you can only use your excuse that you found aviation geekiness in August of 2020. Yeah, I think quite a few people found that year. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The absolute most perfect time to release a flight simulator where you can visit everywhere on the Earth in stunning quality was the time when the entire global population were locked in their homes. Miami Mac. There's some local knowledge for us, I'm guessing. Both the Turnpike and the I-95 have lots of traffic. This is the only area in Florida where they ever get so close. They will spread out, with the Turnpike getting further west as you get closer to Broward. Fair enough. Anthony S., you've never heard of that movie either. Oh, guys, we need a movie night. Right, high quality textures are back in as we're coming through now. Absolutely loving this. Oh, now we can see where the Turnpike and the I-95 start to diverge, don't they? Right in front of our eyes, just right on cue. Christian, you're going to watch it after the stream. There you go. The Florida, the quote from the line, or the line that I was quoting from the film, is the Turnpike would have been faster. Yeah, enjoy. Let me know how you get on later tonight. Dark Fury, grab a box of tissues and a beer. It's not that bad, is it? Or are you thinking of a different film? GD, the first flight sim you played was 92-93. Oh well, this is a complete upgrade for you then, isn't it? Brian, your wife's 9 years junior to you. Same thing, Gav, when mentioning something, she says that she was 6 when that happened. I know, I mean, 6 years, 9 years between it, there's nothing, right? But suddenly, as kids, well, the trends change very quickly. My word, that's a lot of baseball stadiums. Over by Charleston's court. This is the island down here, apparently, as well. Obvious name for it. Hey, Gandhi, did we pass McDee's already? We did, I'm afraid, yeah, we did. We did. Anthony S. for the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator at the time it released, yeah, it was either good marketing or lucky timing. I think it was lucky timing, to be honest with you. There's still a fair few of us think they released it too soon and took advantage of the global situation, which can you really blame them for? Eh? I mean, can you? The entire world's stuck inside and you've got a product that can get them out exploring the globe. If you were in charge of making that decision, would you have held off, or would you have gone, this is it? You will never never has a product had a better time ever in the history of business to be launched. And this is just so detailed down here. I don't know if this is photogrammetry areas, but it certainly looks that way. When you've got chevrons on the road, it's generally a good giveaway. Nick, I was just going to say, is that Palm Beach over there on the left? It looks amazing, doesn't it? 17 weeks it's taken us to get this far. And that is quite obviously a rather large high school that we can see. I have lost my place in Google Maps, by the way. So I'm frantically on my second screen trying to look for a blue running track. No idea where we are. Give us a landmark. See, there's also a lot of intersections here as well. Tell you what, should we head down over and have a look at Palm Beach? We've come this far. Let's take a left. That might give me a chance to catch my bearings. Just having a look around, see if I can work out where we are. Oh, I think I've worked out where we are now. That's Lake Magonia, I think it is. Let's fly over the coast. Jonathan, Palm Beach is one of the priciest areas in the country. Is it sort of like the opposite coast, obviously, but kind of like a Malibu to California? Danny, lots of swimming pools down there. Well, absolutely. I mean, wouldn't you, given the temperatures that this place gets up to? Tell you what, I'm glad that we're able to do this on live weather, and it looks as good as this does. Is that really called Peanut Island? This glorious part of the world, and it's called Peanut Island. Imagine having a top floor apartment in one of these buildings. Wow. Heidi, hello. Christian, did you hear Malibu? Speaking of which, I'm sure HD is putting his feet up somewhere. He's been a busy boy recently, you'll all be pleased to hear. Oh, look at the scenery down there. That's stunning, isn't it? God, I feel far too small and insignificant even to fly over this virtually, let alone arrive here in the real world. Lots of mansions down here. I mean, we could just completely ruin the mood and land on the beach. What is that? Come on, Azobo, sort that out. Danny, it looks a little bit like Long Island. Yeah, just a lot warmer. So many famous famous places that you've heard of. This is the Palm Beach Inlet here. Peanut Island. Peanut Island, really? We'll continue down. We'll continue down. I remember the game, of course, was to get to Florida. Here we are, so we may as well enjoy it. Elliot, which part of the TCA Thrustmaster is for the spoilers? Because you're going to change the joystick throttle to tiller. The spoilers is... well, I have the full captain's pack, so I've actually got the spoiler lever. It's a beautiful 78 degrees here in South Florida today. Much different than growing up in Ashhill, Norfolk, UK. Oh, God. Wow, what a change. Absolutely what a change. Andy, that's impressive. You've got us up on the big screen, and it looks mega realistic. It does. Now, how much would it cost to be a member of this golf course? The Beach Club Croquet and Tennis Course. The Beach Club. I just feel like I'd have to take out a second mortgage to go for a round there. And then take out a third mortgage to pay for all the divots that I would have made, because I can't play golf. Louis, your 24-year-old son asked if we can go to Disneyland Paris, please. Can we, Dad, please? No, you've just been to McDonald's. Danny, it looks amazing. You want to go there now? Yeah. Wow. So we obviously were following the I-95. We're now just following the Florida coastline. And do you know what? This may be our journey down here now. We've left the I-95 just because, well, why wouldn't we? I mean, look at it. That's stunning, isn't it? The reflections off the little lakes as well. Truly, truly amazing stuff. So this is Municipal Beach down here on the left. Does anyone know just how much houses go around here? Anyone that's got local knowledge? I'm very curious to see how much it would cost to live on in this part of Florida. So this is the Lake Worth Lagoon, I believe, on the right of us. We've got Bingham Island Preserve coming up. Southern Boulevard is the road going there. much would it cost to live here? What do you reckon? Or is it, I don't know if it's a private house or a club, but... Wow. Oh, you've got to be super rich. You've got to be one of the super riches, haven't you? Brian, too many sand traps for you to play there. Jonathan, average might be about 1 million on Palm Beach. Really? Oof. Well, at least we can visit it virtually then, eh? Just pretend we're coming here for a week. Lawrence, it's all players, that's right. Christian, you need a boat to take your kids to school or a helicopter. I'm guessing you probably can afford both, if you can afford to live on here. Ibis Isle is what we have down there. Louis Martin says the cheapest house is probably about 20 million. Seriously? I mean, I expected it to be high, but that's insane. Palm Beach Par 3 golf course. Well, Par 3 makes sense. It doesn't look that big. Jonathan, in February 22, the average listing home price in Palm Beach, Florida was 3.2 million. Yeah, the guys that can afford to live here don't really concern themselves with the cost of things, do they? The Dorchester Hotel of Palm Beach. Is that a rooftop pool? I can't tell if it's meant to be rooftop or not, but... Wow. How the other half live, eh? LA kids, tens of millions in high rent district of Palm Beach. Rent? I can't imagine renting somewhere on here. Not that I can imagine buying it either, but rent? Oh, I mean, just look at all these houses. They've got their individual little piers for your boats and things. I mean, I've never been sailing in my life, unless you count the Norfolk Broads and Lake Windermere, but I could quite get excited about taking your own little boat out, drifting it onto the Atlantic and just spending a day at sea. I mean, that sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Catching some food. Pete Mosley, you were lucky enough to visit 2 weeks with 5 mates. How much did that cost? Back in '87. Thing is, I'm betting that the price of restaurants and things like that is just going to be insane as well, isn't it? Now, what gets me? There's a business down here. The Pioneer Carpet Cleaning Service is registered down here. Now, how much do you reckon, if you live there, you charge to clean a carpet? I don't think it's going to be a quick shake and vac, is it? That's not going to cut it. The Boynton Inlet Pier, that's how you get out into the Atlantic. There you go, bon voyage. And LA kids by high rent, you mean the exclusive area of Palm Beach. Yeah. It's stunning, isn't it? We've still got sight of the I-95, actually. There it is. I love this stream. I really do love this stream and this series. For you guys, you make it so educational. We learn so much. And it's, well, it's just wonderful. Pete, you got paid to go though in the Royal Navy. Oh well, yeah, fair enough. That's a little bit different. Right, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to head back and track back to the I-95. There it is. So let's head back to our I-95. Trying to see if I can identify that huge red building just there. Don't know what that's meant to be. And that just looks like a really large grain silo, rather out of place. Right, here's our I-95. Let's get back on it, shall we? And now I need to work out where we are. How wide is the I-95 at this point? So all I need to do to find out where we are is look on Google Maps for where the river intersects the road. Right, this is Lake Ida. I believe that that is. If I'm in the right place. Anthony, where we're landing today? No idea yet. I've not even thought that far. Saltwater Brewery is coming up. See, I bet it's going to be expensive to live places like this as well, isn't it? You would hope that living in an area like this, wages would reflect it. Oh, I tell you what, all the traffic there looks really nice. Quite like that. Where we're landing today, probably somewhere on the beach. I can't refuel there. So we've got a nice tennis centre over here. What is that? The Delray Swim and Tennis Centre. The Miracle League of Palm Beach County over here. Wonder how much of this area is actually done in this level of detail, because you can pick out absolutely everything, can't you? You really can. So, most of those lakes you see are man-made. Use the limestone to fill to build the houses. Water table is around 3 feet below the ground. That's interesting. Jonathan, is that a shopping centre? Oh, nothing majorly important then. What's that? Look at that. We've got blue buildings, blue roofs. They just stand out as being something a little bit different. Loving the little tennis court down there as well. And then obviously another golf course. So this is Boca Raton Airport, which I bet has some beautiful views coming in. Boca Raton Airport. Little flyover for that. Jonathan, you think the blue roofs were carports? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I was just looking at that. The width of the I-95, like 6-7 lanes. My son would be so impressed if he got to drive one of those. Ever since playing City Skylines, the bigger the better. Look at the detail on that stadium there. They've even got the yard lines on that. I was trying to see if they got the numbers written too. So this is Baccarat that we are in now then. And we've got quite a few little airports coming up where we can end our flight today. And what I really like about this is there's a little airport coming up called Pompano Beach Air Park. And then in brackets it says, it's a nice little airport. That's what it actually says on Google Maps if anyone wants to go ahead and find it. Pompano Beach Air Park. It's a nice little airport. Well, you know what? I think we should try and find that. Actually, it doesn't look that little, so we should be able to spot it quite nicely. We'll keep an eye out for that coming up down here. That's where we're going to end our flight today. A nice little airport. So I'm hoping we've not missed it, have we? No. I saw an intersection on Google Maps with a three off ramps, and I thought, oh, is it over there? But no, it's not. So we'll just keep going down. Shouldn't be far away. Nick, so many baseball pitches. There's loads in there. Baseball, football pitches. Oh, there we go. There's our end point for today. I can see the lights. A nice little airport. Pompano Beach Air Park. It's not even an airport, it's an air park. Christian, after hours of watching this, you've just noticed the aircraft sounds like your everyday lawnmower. Top Gun, hello, yes, the I-95 again. Just read this as DV20, Diamond DV20. There we go. So, we'll have a little fly around if anyone wants to get themselves landed in there. I'm going to have a little fly around and enjoy that. Gandhi, is there any way you can find my settings to get this level of detail? Well, I think there's two things going on. Obviously, you can get my settings. There's a video on the channel explaining what my settings are. Graphic settings and that. But then I think the other thing is you're flying over a part of the Azobo Microsoft Flight Simulator world which has got a lot of photogrammetry scenery involved. The satellite imagery is fantastic quality, so that really is helping get the sort of detail that you're seeing, like things like little swimming pools and things like that. Oh my word, that's what they call the Stuka approach. So there's the Pompano Beach Golf Shop. That looks like a massive golf course, doesn't it? That looks absolutely huge. Oh, imagine a stray ball. You're just on the takeoff roll and a ball goes straight through the propeller. Awesome. That looks like a massive runway as well, width-wise, runway 24. Don't need anything that big. Loving the different coloured pictures as well. The real trick is then to have a look and see, yeah, Pompano Community Park, they are there and they are that colour. Anthony, did you see a bird fly under me, or are you seeing things? It wouldn't have been a bird. It probably was another aircraft. Oh man, look how brown that soccer pitch is. TLC, guys. Give it some water. Soccer pitch. Football pitch. I'm being American. Christian, this looks like an airfield HD would like. Yeah, with the golf course right next to it. That's awesome, isn't it? Looks like an old army kind of airport with the 3 runway configuration. Right, well, we'd best start thinking about coming into the land. I'll probably come in and land on this runway here. Work his way around. Bleed off some airspeed, get some flaps down. Well, the quality of graphics on this stream, guys, has been probably the best we have seen so far. It's been stunning, hasn't it? Lowe's Home Improvement Store. We're going to fly straight over the top of that on our approach today. Anthony, it's honestly scary how realistic this sim could look. Yeah, this really has been stunningly good. In fact, I can't recall another flight where the whole area has been quite as detailed as this. I mean, let me just have a quick zoom in here. Look at that! That's insane! If anyone's been doing this flight in VR, wow. Bet it looks amazing. Tazim, is this default scenery? Yeah, yes, my friend, it is. It is default scenery. No idea which way the wind's blowing, so we'll see what this is like. Long landing. Runway's certainly wide enough, isn't it? I did wonder what that was that flew over just then. It was an airplane without wings. So Top Gun, when I do these multiplayer flights, am I flying on VATSIM? Oh no, this is just absolutely not on VATSIM. It's all about having a good laugh and a bit of fun and being astounded by the scenery, which we certainly have been today. If we went on VATSIM with this, we'd be getting shouted at so much. Egg Andy, it's been awesome. Only your second time catching this stream, but very thankful for the guided tour. You'd pay good money for this in the real world. You probably wouldn't be allowed to do it quite like we've done it in the real world. Christian, that almost did look like a tailwind. You're quite right. It felt like it at times as well. Christian, you know I always have the best music and playlists for this stream. Always try and keep it nice and light and happy on a Sunday night. We're all back to work tomorrow. Hopefully I can get us a nice real ops flight in. Back in the 320. Oh, I've got some exciting news as well. So if you do like the real ops flights, you're really going to enjoy the next few weeks, as we're going to be adapting to new standard operating procedures. Oh, my head! New operating procedures will be being rolled out soon. Airbus has updated things and we're going to go with them. as per the real world as always. Which means I've got stuff to relearn. But first I've got stuff to unlearn and then relearn. And that comes with new checklists. So it's going to be a fun few weeks while we try and get our head around those. Right. Well, what the heck is going off here? Oh, it's okay. It's just a forklift that's driven into the side of an aircraft. Well, guys, thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I'll be honest with you. This has been one of my favourite episodes of this series, just for the quality of the scenery alone. We've flown over some photorealistic places, and yeah, I would imagine if you've been watching that on a small screen, bearing in mind it's only 1080 resolution, it's not 4K, but I think if you've been watching this on kind of a small screen, a tablet or phone or something, there'd have been times you'd have looked at that and thought, this could be real life. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. What is that? Well, that looks a lot more understandable when the full wings render themselves in. So is there... are we starting engine 2 now? No, God no. New SOPs, Christian? Yeah. Dark Fury has a HD got his ruler primed. Yeah, well, it's not just me that's got to learn them, mate. HD has to as well. So we'll be doing that together. It's going to be interesting. Right, thank you so much, everyone. Really hope you've enjoyed episode 17 of the iconic Journeys flight down the I-95. A little bit of a detour today over Palm Springs, but I'm sure you'll agree it was all worth it. Thank you to all of you who have flown with us today. Really hope you have enjoyed that. Remember, guys, please do leave a like on the video stream, and of course, if you're new to the channel and enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. We're going to try to see if we can get a live in tomorrow as well. And well, if not, we'll certainly have some lives this week. I'm going to be away, not this week, but next week. So try and catch as many lives as you can this week, as we're going to have a week off in a couple of weeks' time. So thanks very much, everyone. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Happy Sunday, and yeah, I'll see you back in the A320 flight deck. Good night, everybody.